Hello friends, as you can see that today I have come up with a new naming reaction, that is the result synthesis. Okay, it is one of the most important naming reaction for the BSc third year student. So without any delay, let us start our discussion. So basically in this video we'll talk about the mechanism and some of the basic concept about this result synthesis. So at the end of the video you will able to solve out this reaction mechanism in a very easy manner. So I will tell you to watch the video till the end. So let us start the video. So as you can see here, I have written the requirements for this result synthesis, that is the orthonitrotoluene, okay, oxalic ester. Here we will use dimethyl oxalate, okay, and a base. This reaction will be taken place in the presence of base. Now we will talk about the mechanism for this reaction and we will see the steps for the mechanism of this reaction. So as you can see that I have written the steps for the mechanism of this reaction. Here we can see that the step 1, which is the basic condensation of the orthonitrotoluene and dimethyl oxalate. Step 2 involves the reduction. Step 3 will take place for the cyclization. Step 4 will take place for decarboxylation. So without any delay, let us start to explain this step in much detailed way. So as you can see that in the first step we will talk about the basic condensation of the orthonitrotoluene with dimethyl oxalate. So let us start. For this we require the orthonitrotoluene. I hope that you know the structure of this orthonitrotoluene. Okay, it goes something like this. Now what will happen in the presence of the base? Okay, in the presence of the base, it will abstract the proton. It will abstract this proton, okay, and the electron from this bond will be shifted toward this carbon atom, as a result of which this carbon atom will be negatively charged and we will have a structure something like this, okay, where this carbon atom is negatively charged. Now in the presence of this dimethyl oxalate, I hope that you know the structure for this dimethyl oxalate. It's something like this. Okay, in the presence of this dimethyl oxalate, this electron rich carbon will donate such electron towards this electron deficient carbon, and we can see the electron from this bond will be shifted towards this carbon which is more electronegative, and we will have a structure something like this. Please check the structure. Here NO2, okay, here carbon having bonded with two hydrogen, another carbon bonded with oxygen with a negative charge, and OMe, and now it is bonded to another carbon which is bonded to OMe, and okay, so basically now what will happen, this bond will be shifted here, this the electron from this charge will be shifted here, and this bond will be broken because the carbon is not allowed to make 5 bonds, okay, and we will have a structure something like this. NO2, this is a very easy reaction mechanism. If you will understand nicely, you will be easily able to do this, okay. There is no rocket science behind this, okay. I hope that you can understand. And this structure, this very structure is called as the orthonitrophenyl pyruvic ester. As you can see that we have completed the step 1, okay, and in the step 2 it involved the reduction for the nitro group to the amino group. As you can see that here this is the nitro group, it will be reduced to the amino group, okay. So for the reduction we can take this SnCl2, and this SnCl2 will reduce this nitro group to the amino group, and we will have a structure something like this. Okay, where the nitro group is being reduced to the amino group. Okay, and all other is as it is. Okay, okay, now this is the completion of the step 2, and the step 3 we can see the cyclization. Okay, here what will happen, this nitrogen contain a lone pair of electron. It will donate its lone pair of electron to this carbon, which is electron deficient because it is attached to the more electronegative atom, that is the oxygen, and the electron from this bond will be shifted toward the oxygen. Okay, something like this. Please check the structure a bit. There will be a positive charge on this nitrogen as it has donated its lone pair of electron. Okay, and it is bonded to this carbon atom. Okay, I hope that this structure is quite clear to you. Now what will happen, now we can see that this nitrogen atom carrying a positive charge, okay, which is highly unstable. So basically what will happen, it will take the electron from this bonded to the hydrogen. Okay, and the hydrogen will be set free. Okay, and this free hydrogen will be attracted by this negatively charged oxygen, and we will have a structure something like this. Please check the structure. I hope that it's clear to you. Now what will happen? Now you can see there will be a removal of the water molecule. See how this bond will be shifted here, and this OH will be removed. This H and this OH will be removed, and the water molecule is being removed. And one more thing will take place in the presence of OH. Okay, in the presence of this OH, what this OH will be do? It will abstract this methyl group. Okay, and as a result of which there will be a negative charge develop on this oxygen atom as it has taken the electron from this bond. Okay, and we will have a structure something like this. Please check the structure a bit. We'll have a structure something like this. There is a double bond. Okay, this oxygen is negatively charged. Okay, so I hope that it's clear to you. Now what will happen in the presence of the H plus, in the presence of this H plus, what will happen, this oxygen will gain the hydrogen. Okay, and we'll have a structure something like this. And here will be the formation of indole 2 carboxylic acid. As you can see, here will be the formation of the indole 2 carboxylic acid. Indole 2 carboxylic acid. Now what will happen? Now we will start the step 4 where the decarboxylation will take place. In the step 4, as you can see that decarboxylation, what will happen, this H will be shift its bond towards here. Okay, and this carbon will abstract this H. Okay, this carbon will abstract this H, and we'll have a structure upon heating something like this. Please check the structure a bit. Okay, and this is the final structure after the decarboxylation. Okay, and this is the indole. As you can see that here we have synthesized the indole. Okay, I hope that this reaction is quite helpful to you. For more video lecture on the chemistry, reaction mechanism and any topic, please like and subscribe my channel and keep supporting. Thank you.